Are probation officers police? No.
No. Probation officers are not police. Police enforce general laws and handle emergencies, while probation officers monitor individuals under court supervision, ensuring they follow the rules instead of going to jail.
Okay. So you lied then. No, somebody at some point in time said about this. I'm gonna say in my head, but I'm just gonna say in my computer, but it's in my head. Told me that a probation officer or what's the other one? A prison. I'm on probation. No, that's jail. You got your PO up here. It's your fucking fuck. I can't remember what they're called now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point here is I've been severely done wrong, buds, and I am sick of it. Today, they came down in my computer, and the disappearing, voices that come through it and stuff. When you don't have schizophrenia in real life, said that when I asked them, I was like, so when am I going to get my money to be a mother to my daughter? Be able to move over there to Portland where she lives. She lives a half an hour from me. I have to live here with my mom on disability because you won't disconnect me. I can't work, I can't function, I can't have a boyfriend. And what are we going to do? We all going to kiss him together? Huh? I was talking to this dude. He's like, yeah, that would be weird. It was really awkward. I know. It's like only for a couple seconds, and then it turns into somebody else. That's odd. Rather we're seeing you or him or us, it's just weird. Like, ew, like we're in some emotional moment or whatever. It's not. This is just gross. Yeah, gross. Like, I don't kiss anybody but my wife. I know. I don't kiss anybody at all because of you. Anyway, yeah, that's exactly how it is. Like, when I wipe my butt and everything, this might be TMI, but you know what I mean? Like, it's we're wiping my butt. And I don't have multiple personality disorder, okay? Just ask them if they ever let it go to the ground. Unless they want that covert Cobra King to come after them in my life. You know what I'm saying? And it's what I mean. It's like, it's not, I don't really mind having guys in my body as long as they don't make fun of me or whatever. But, the guys and the girls that I was attached to from Portland, like, that's all they do through the gosh darn computer system is make fun of me and other people. Like, now I've gained like 40 pounds. So it's on top of, oh, she's ugly naked, vitiligo. I was never naked. I don't like the way her private parts look. Well, I don't like the way they look either, but why are you talking about it? Why are you showing it? Like, that's so against the Bible and the amendments and the privacy. Oh, I got a letter from my medical insurance. They're like, oh, sorry, your medical records were hacked by cyber criminals. Almost. So did you get a video of them? Did they have that one thing? What are those called? Stirrup thing in there? Or something? Then why are you showing? How did you get a picture of my area? And why are you burning it right now? Because I'm the one breaking the law, Mr. Treason Guy? Or is it just the entities that are clearly running the government? I know they come down here every day, they're like, Tiffany Brooks Browning, because they can read my mind, you know what I mean? And it's just funny thing that like we made up to prove innocence. Like, they can read your mind, so like they can ask you questions out loud up here or on the ground where the humans are at if they can hear you. And be like, hey, they don't even necessarily have to ask you a question. They just be like, Robert, wait, no, be like, the cops are here. What? Like, what do you mean the cops are here? Like, your brainstem automatically will say what you're scared of and why. Like, what you did wrong. Like what you're afraid of getting arrested for. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty much all you gotta say. Dude, the cops are here. They got a warrant. They got a warrant for what? I didn't do nothing. I didn't steal his lighter or nothing. You know what I mean? It's just, it's so funny. It's not funny. It's a violation of civil rights. It's violating HIPAA. It's a violation of constitutional rights. Even if you have been in trouble before, it is a violation unless you are on probation or whatever that other thing is when you get out of prison. It's not probation. It's, what is it? My name is a parole officer. Parole. When you're on parole. Okay, you have certain things that you have to follow by, I'm assuming. But I honestly, I don't know. This is just me, like, trying to figure it out. But it's going on 5 years now. Yeah. How would you like it if somebody went, like, you moved out of your apartment and they said you can come back and get your stuff anytime because they were remodeling them or whatever, and you didn't have a place to put your stuff or a car to get it, and your apartment, the front bedroom of your apartment was the manager's office. That there was no manager there, but in any case, that's what it was. So it could be accessed from the outside with a key that they had, or from your hallway, you know. And then you find out that somebody went down to the courthouse and supposedly promised the judge, some black guy, that you were going to pay, you were going to catch up on your rent, or you were going to start paying rent again, or whatever it was, to continue staying there. Can you imagine that? And what do they do to verify it? They call somebody. They call somebody at court. They're like, yeah, hi, I got some guy named AK in the courtroom, and apparently we want to make sure that he had permission to say this. And she's all, yeah. I mean, we're down for that all the way. Huh? And what are you gonna do? Call schizophrenic AK? And he's like, yeah. She did say that. She did. She sent me down there. So she's the one that told me go. She couldn't make it. She didn't have a job or nothing. Neither did I. Neither did the other girl living there. But she wasn't scared of me or none of her or them. But that's not what I'm gonna say, because that's not what I'm saying. Like, I'm not. You're not gonna make me look bad because I didn't break her window or nothing. I didn't mean to. It was an accident. The eviction paper said Tanika Brown and Tiffany Browning. It was Anthony Cia's. Anthony and Tanika are both felons. Probably not even allowed to be on Tiffany Browning's lease, which is mine. Anyway, I guess that was 11/2/2022. Right. I moved over here, what was it? March 17th, 2022. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So 8 months later, after I had moved here to my mom's, apparently there was some sort of summons or something. And in between 11/2/2022 and February 2023, for a requested hearing that was granted for permission to stay, that happened. No, I have an eviction now, and it's not that I don't agree that I might have owed them a little bit of money or whatever. It's the simple fact that I have an eviction now. So even if I could, with my disability money that they gave me, not you guys or the people that went to court, but law enforcement over there keeping me connected to their paid informantry program or their Narcville or whatever, when I had never been in trouble, acting like, oh no, we're just trying to find this like capital murderer guy, and maybe you may or may not have been on government watch because they weren't sure who broke into the office with your name on the lease, because clearly it wouldn't be you, because our common sense says it wasn't her doing it. That's the truth. It's the truth. If the break into the office situation was ever documented on a police manuscript, and they didn't look at it like, yeah, fucking right, this bitch did not break into her own office. For what? And then still checks? What's she gonna do? Go to the store and cash him in? Her name's on the lease. That's like a trail. Like, you would have to be the dumbest criminal on the fucking planet. I didn't do that. Stupid. And it's not like I've talked to a police officer or a judge or anything to even know that situation is a possibility in the thought processes of certain people or the judgment halls. But, that's what they're telling me in my computer that disappears. Yeah. I know, I was at the candle place with my daughter the other day. I'm on disability, you know that, right? Yeah, remember? Yeah, Portland doesn't remember, but Vancouver does. They were yelling out of my mouth. I mean, I was yelling out of my mouth to shut it off. Whatever it was burning my head. And I've literally had to sit here with ice packs on my head. Rather you think it's like one of those things like, oh, I don't know, maybe she has some weird brain thing that's like making her body hurt or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. My brain is timesing blood into my vagina when I don't usually bleed. I have now gotten turkey neck, or whatever that is, in the aging department. I have wrinkles on my arms, my hands, my neck. I have crow's feet all the way from here to here, and I didn't just have them at all last year. My skin is getting burnt, and I can't prove it. I can't even go to the hospital and be like, you know, my it's not like a heat burn. It's like an electricity burn. That's really hard to explain. Like the first time I went to the hospital, and I had to tell him I hit my head because I didn't know what else to say. But I was dehydrating from the inside out. My skin was burning, and then you guys come down to my computer telling me from a different country you had a Asian accent that, okay, we're going to build something to absorb the electricity from them manually submitting transmissions with dual ISM codes and cross-hatched permissions from the FBI, DEA, in several different states that may or may not have been committing treason back then, but they forgot because it looked like you were in those states as two different people when you were in Washington. But anyways, we're going to build this situation up here and absorb the electricity, and you will stay alive and you will keep us alive. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, this was after I got away from Portland, after I got away from those scary influences, after I got off drugs. I only did drugs for a couple years. And, you know, this is what I'm saying. They reconnect me. I move across the bridge to get away from them, but they were still with me somehow. Like, how were they still with me, though? That's what I want to know. Was it because you were looking for the capital murder guy? Was I under surveillance from the gov because you thought I broke into the office? I mean, that would have had to have been FBI, right? Yeah, probably. And that magnitude, yeah. It's breaking and entering and stealing checks from people. That's a big deal, right? Yeah, okay, well, it wasn't me. The FBI knew who it was because Bootstrap knew who it was. Who was the manager at the time, or the maintenance man before the black manager. I'm sorry I call him black, I just don't remember what his name is. And a Bootstrap never had a name. That was just his nickname that he gave himself and told everybody that was his name. And he's the one that told me that I should move by the first of the year, which would have been January 2022. But I don't remember why he said it. I thought it was because, I mean, I thought it was because maybe somebody had told on somebody that I was friends with, and that they were going to retaliate on me because he wasn't there, and or maybe he was hearing it through his computer system or something. Was he one of your one things? You know, your little secret agents that you put out there, and if they don't do their job correctly, you just pretend they don't exist. Is that why you got fired? Or was it because I had to borrow a gun from him and shot my mattress with it? Or was it because a crazy red-haired sister said some stuff that he didn't do either? We love shoving blinding thoughts in people's heads. Who knows, you know? But why do they call him Bootstrap, though? If you're a DEA dog, what do? You smell the feet and the crotch, right? Bootstrap. That's what he smells like. Not in person, but up here. Yeah, he smells like a boot, like a leather boot, like maybe a little wet, maybe ex-military, a little sweaty or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what he smelled like, Bootstrap. Well, anyway. I don't know who capitally murdered anybody, dude. All I know is what you guys have said in my head. I know that my friend Ashley said somebody killed her roommate's son. I don't know if he was a teenager, a child, or even an adult. And that was, I don't know, 6 years ago. The other one was also in my head, but I didn't have any witnesses or anything saying anything. It was you guys saying somebody killed a SWAT team member. Like somebody went to raid a house and somebody killed a SWAT team member or a police officer or something like that and got away with it. They ran out the back door and then I guess they jumped on their motorcycle or something and got away. But that's what you guys were saying in my head. And then there's this other story of people doing a home invasion thinking they'd case the place. There's nobody there. And it might have been more than one. It must have been more than one. And they went in there with a weapon or whatever just in case. And they fumbled the gun because somebody came out of the room and killed him. And blood went over the walls. Either way, like, can you imagine my reflection being any one of those cases? No, my reflection. Tiffany. This one. Tall, skinny vitiligo threw a gun away. Did she? No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She didn't throw no gun away. She wasn't involved in any of that. She never would have done any of that. Okay, honestly, to be honest with you, if I was actually dating somebody who maybe had made a mistake, like, I don't think I would ever date anybody who would do anything like that, but, you know, just for everybody else's sake of whatever, feeling better about the situation, maybe I would have. I might have thrown a gun away. Okay, if I love the person, or if it was my husband, like maybe he messed up, you know. But that's not the situation. I didn't date any of these people. I wasn't real good friends with any of these people, and I don't know that any of these people that I knew even did any crimes other than selling and doing drugs at all. Even the cars I was wishy-washy about. I don't know if they stole them for sure, if they turned their drug dealer in and got to use it while they were in jail. They're supposed to go sell it so they can bail them out, but they didn't. You know? I don't know, that's scandalous Portland for you, but anyways. No, I'm not on live record on YouTube. It's just my camera on my tablet. Oh, okay, so that was what I was getting at. So once again today, today, like, they haven't actually ever said this to me, but they owe me so much fucking money. First of all, I'm on disability because of them, okay? I'm on disability because of them. They won't disconnect me. They will not disconnect me. And on one side, they're saying if they disconnect me, I will die, because it's literally, my brain is being kept alive by a computer, which makes a whole lot of sense as to what's going on in my body that I can't prove. Like extra blood in my menses, you know, bald spots on my head that don't make sense. But it's burns there, it burns. But there's no wounds, there's no nothing. And when I look in the mirror, I swear I see something electric there. And it feels like, you know, I feel like, you know, it's hard to explain. Like when we talk back and forth to the people up there, you know, like you can almost hear the thoughts coming out in a direction, or they'll talk to you from a direction. So you look up, right? And the next thing you know, you got a bald spot here. And everybody else is looking over there like, whoa, why is that yellow? But anyway, so today, you know, I want to kill myself, but just, you know, my kids don't live here, so don't go calling social services again. I live with my mom on disability here in Vancouver, Washington, Cascade Park, Fisher's Landing, and I have for 2 years, on disability. I've lived with my mom for 5 years now, 5 summers at least, and, you know, my life is fucked. It's fucked. It's totally fucked. Like, once a month I get to go when I first get my check, and I get to go and spend like a fun day with my daughter, because everything's going to take money, because she's 15 now. She was 10 then. 10 when I got off drugs. Moved across the bridge to get away from you. Right. 10. Little girl. Like, you could pick her up, you could go over there, you could hang out, you could play games, you could do whatever. You know, anything would have been fun with a 10-year-old, but a 15-year-old, no. You go over there to visit and you're like, not that there's like, because I'm not going to bring her here. Like, what else am I going to do? Like, I'm going to drive a half an hour over to my daughter's and pick her up and bring her over here a half an hour to sit here in my bedroom with me so she can sit on her phone. I could go to her house and it'll be the same way. This is not my apartment. I can't be like, hey, honey, it's time to come over. We're going to make dinner tonight. She's like, Mom, I don't want to make dinner, bro. I'm trying to hang out with the homies. I was like, all right, well, you got to be home by this time. I'm going to make good dinner. What do you want me to make? She's like, I don't know. So she hangs out. I pick her up. She comes home. We're both eating dinner together. Maybe we're watching her favorite show. Who knows? Maybe we're not. But either way, like, that's how it's supposed to be in a mother-daughter relationship when you're a single parent on this side. Yes, she does have a dad full-time and a stepmom, and she loves living there with her 2 baby brothers. Yes. But that does not mean that my baby girl don't want to live with me part-time, summertime, any of the time. And you stole 5 years from me. Not her, not them, not the tweakers. You did, law enforcement. You did, and you still are. And you are now telling me that you can't disconnect me because I'll die where the humans are at, because some fucking computer is keeping me alive that is telling me that I have blood coming out of my rectum, so I must have rectal cancer, apparently. I have blood coming out of my pee hole sometimes. Straight blood. It's not that I'm literally peeing blood and I have a kidney infection or anything. It's like I'll feel this little air bubble pop and I grab some toilet paper and touch it right there. I'm like, oh my god, cherry-sized dollop of blood. Out of nowhere. So I'm just waiting till the next time I pee. Oh, please don't let there be blood in it. Please don't let there be blood. I'm not even on my period. I go in there, I pee. I was like, oh, thank God. Woo, my kidneys haven't failed. I know, but I do drink. But can you imagine, like, because, like, my brother, you know, and stuff, like, some of my family does pills on foils or whatever. So it's like, you're not supposed to make alcohol and any kind of acetaminophen or whatever, because it would kill your kidneys. Like, that's what happened to my dad. My dad died of kidney failure a while ago. But anyway, You know, like, can you imagine, like, let's just say, like, mentally and through a computer system, they connected my brain to, like, one of my family members or even one of my friends who might do acetaminophen all the time. Maybe they just pop pills, pop pain pills, or addicted pain pills. Maybe they do smoke it on foils. Maybe they do something else with it. But in any case, you mix their habit up with my drinking habit, and I'm only drinking because you won't give me my money to be a good mother to my daughter over there because you're too busy trying to be a fed. And you're not allowed to be a fed off a mom at all, let alone one that doesn't do drugs. But so you're going to keep pretending that I'm several other people doing drugs, some are different, girls and dudes. You're getting paid up here in the alternate reality and maybe even on the ground every day that I'm not doing drugs. I'm all, okay, so this is like, what was it again? Like 16,000 days you've stolen from me because you want to be a fed and me not to be a mom. I'm in the candle store with my daughter. She's picking out candles for her dad's house, and I'm sitting there fucking wanting to cry and tell her so bad about what the fuck I'm going through, but I can't because she won't understand. The only people that understand are my friends that play the game, who have been in trouble before or were boyfriend or girlfriend with someone who had. But anyway, they keep promising me they're going to give me my settlement statement, which is literally over $1 million now, because of what they're keeping me connected to. They said they can't disconnect me now because I'll die. And maybe that is just what the computer's saying, because they'll die up here, the connection will die. But even if you were to disconnect me today and not give me any money, I would be fucked for the last 5 years. That's 5 years that I wouldn't have an eviction. I wouldn't have had any kind of bad things on my medical records. My medical records wouldn't have been hacked. I could have had a job. I could have had a place. You know, my son probably wouldn't even have a fucking criminal record anymore. I mean, at all. Because I would have been able to get him off the streets because he would have been able to live with me. Maybe. I mean, maybe he would have, but still, maybe not an extensive one. But no. That's what you want to do, right? That's what you want to do over there in Portland, right? You want to keep being a paid informant through Tiffany, and now you're getting pissed the fuck off that I'm drinking because you're not allowed to drive trains up here or anywhere else if you're under the influence. Right, I'm killing my liver because you won't give me my money and I'm depressed. And not only because I depressed because I'm helpless as fuck, but I'm depressed because you're talking shit to me 24 hours a fucking day asking me am I doing drugs. You're saying, oh my god, that's so disgusting. Like, you guys up here are recording shit where the humans are at and then acting like they did it out loud, which means up here. But do you realize, like, how would you feel? How would you fucking feel if somebody put your mom's body on, your daughter's body on, or even your body on, or your reflection, or your fucking name? Let's just say they use your Facebook. Whatever picture you have on your Facebook, let's just say they use your Facebook attachment through some sort of fucking algorithm, through a goddamn computer system, AI altered, showing you doing something that somebody else did. And it's nasty. Like, I don't know, like, I'm not really, okay, a dude, like, this is in a sexual department, okay, a dude jacking off to gay porn or something, right? And I'm not going to say that's gross, because I understand, like, if you're gay, you're gay. I mean, and maybe you're not even gay, and that's what you need to do, but up close and personal, like, you're seeing butt things that are inappropriate, you're seeing appendages being something different, you're hearing the thoughts of it. It's like a 3-second move, like a .mov, like a 3-second video, and everybody's like, oh my god, that's so gross. Or maybe it is just the porn part where you're seeing it, and maybe it is on the ground where the humans are at. It's not all clean or whatever. But can you imagine? Or maybe it's something different, like somebody picking their nose and eating it. Or maybe it's a girl changing her tampon up close. Like, are you serious? This is the kind of shit I'm tormented with every single day, which makes my working environment and my own brain an unhealthy / terroristic DEI situation. There is no diversity, there is no equality, and there is no inclusion here. Okay? Not to mention, you're breaking my amendment rights, at least the first one, to be a Christian. Meaning I get to live the way I want to be, and you can't judge me for that. You're not allowed to be like, oh yeah, like, well, she's Christian, but, I'm atheist, so I don't really have to go by her rules. Like, thou shalt not just lest you be judged, and love thy neighbor as thyself, because guess what? I'm super judgy. I want her off the team. I'm not on your team, you're on mine, I guess. But you're gonna diss me and be like, we're not on her team, she's had an STD before. Oh, I'm not on her team, she was a drug addict before. Oh, I'm not on her team, she's drinking hard liquor now because she won't get her money because we're setting her up. But when I'm with my daughter, you see me with my daughter. You hear how many times I just want to squeeze her and hug her. I've had a heart attack now. I'm aging and shit. I'm gained 40 fucking pounds on top of my 40 times the freaking blood coming out of my vagina when I usually don't even have a period. My liver's 4 times what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a 50, it's a 250, 300 times you fat into it, and I know it doesn't make sense to the actual person. That's what I mean. Go get the Scientologist. The smartest Scientologist mixed with Germany and the pirated software that we didn't steal yesterday, and my permission slips to not do that anymore because we didn't do that. Thank you for not pirating it, Tiffany. You can further develop it if you want to, since they illegally connected it to you. And they've been lying about it the whole time, thinking you're 3 different people. And they come over here like, I'm so sorry, Tiffany. I totally thought you were her, and him. Well, yeah, but I'm not. And I didn't agree to be a part of this. I moved across the bridge to get away from this. Portland. 5 years ago. March 17th, 2022. Like, the flip? What the flip? So I'm sitting there with my daughter, spending a little bit of money on her, you know, because every month I get to spend a little bit of money because I am on disability, which is like $900 and something a month. I have to pay rent. I have like $300 in bills. I'm supposed to pay like $400 in rent, so that's like $800. So if I get $900 something, that's, you know, gas, and my vape pens cost like, you know, $65 all month for 3 of them. And on top of that, I do have my alcohol problem, but that comes second to what my daughter needs once a month. So I can go into it like, oh man, well, if I spend $100 on that means I don't get the drink. Then I'm just going to be depressed, and then what? Well, I'll tell you, then what? What does a tweaker do when they don't have drugs? They go out and find a way to get drugs, right? I will figure out a way to get my alcohol. So if you think that you're controlling my life, that I will not buy my alcohol if you can cut my money down or not give me my money or whatever, you're wrong. As a matter of fact, I am rebellious in that way. I will figure out a way. I will go work for my uncle. I will go pick up cans. I will take him down there. I will find a way to get my alcohol. Not because I want to be an alcoholic, but because I don't want you to be connected to me and controlling my motherfucking life. You hear me? Nothing. They're sitting there trying to tell me that they're going to fucking reduce my disability down to in-kind support. Why? Yeah, I know that already. I understand. Disability has nothing to do with them, but they have influence. Like, if I said the wrong amount or whatever, they can change it up here just like they change my medical records. Yes, they can. Oh, whatever. Your medical records were hacked by cyber criminals. Well, which kind? The kind that you pretend's on the ground doing it for fun? Like, oh, I'm just gonna pick on some random girl named Tiffany. Yeah, right. They did it up here. They already told me they did. Sarah. Any freaking ways. So, today, this is what I mean, like, literally, I've talked, like, okay, so, like, I talked to somebody that's called Twizzle's boss. I guess he's a paid informant or a confidential or something. I don't even understand how that works. Like, how are you going to be a drug dealer and do drugs and sell drugs and get paid for it? Like, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, of all the scandalous people I was around, you know, back then, like, over 5 years ago, like, so everybody I was around, it was a Fed then? Because most of them have been in trouble before, probably for drugs. And then there's only like 1 or 2 people that I can picture being there. Like, they come like they're the drug dealer, like, oh, here's a bong, oh, let me load it for you. And you never really know if they're smoking it because there's a couple other people in the room. Oh, I already had some. No, I don't ever remember anybody passing the bong, like, oh, I'm cool. I just remember one person who tried to get me on his payroll, and he's like, I'll give you, you know, an ounce free or whatever, and then you can pay me back once you sell it, but you have to answer the phone, right? I was like, okay. And he literally smoked with me in the car. This was literally like 6 years ago. And then he calls me on the phone, and I didn't have all the money yet, and I was like, I don't have it all yet. And he's like, okay, well, I'll call you back tomorrow, right? So he calls me back. At this point, I had split it with my ex-best friend, who knows. Anyways, the point here is once upon a time, after I'd gotten off drugs, I went back to my apartment to get some of my stuff, right? Same dude, Jimmy Hoffa. He come over with this girl, and he's like, yeah, hey, can we use your bong? This was after we paid him back for the money that he loaned me in the whatever department. And he's like, yeah, hey, can we use your bong? And I wasn't doing drugs then, but he didn't know that. I was like, and I'm thinking, oh God, if AK comes here, when he's here, he's gonna get mad at me, because he was like that, you know. And but AK wasn't even in town, but I didn't know if he was in town or not because I didn't know. I was just there getting some of my stuff. But anyway, I was like, yeah, sure, come on in. So I let him in the living room. I go and get him this brand new bong that was in my bedroom, clear, no drugs in it. Hand it to him. I was like, here you go. I'll be outside smoking a cigarette. So I went outside and I smoked a cigarette. And before the cigarette was gone, they come out and he leaves. And he's like, thanks. I'm all, you're welcome. I go in there. They didn't put any drugs in the bong. They didn't use the bong. Fed. Yeah, but I saw somebody else in him, and it's the same motherfucker connected to me, aka and the other guy I'm talking about. It's the same dude. I mean, his personality is slightly different depending on who he's kind of with, but he is a fucking douchebag. Like, and if you're a police officer, I'm sorry. I don't mean to like, I don't mean to like, diss your friend or your homie or whatever, who are your partner or whatever. But you have to realize up here, it's not their personality on the ground where the humans are at. I mean, it is, but it's like times a whole bunch of other douchebaggy weird stuff. Like it's like they're just waiting. You know what I mean? They're just waiting. It's like they're entrapping you, but they're not at the same time. They want you to fuck up because they want to get paid. So it's like evil men bullshit. And then there's this gay person somewhere, and he doesn't like women and children, especially anybody who's ever been embarrassing in their life where the humans are at, because he didn't mean to privately investigate nothing and invade their privacy. Right, guys? Tiffany's underwear drawer is falling out of the sky. She didn't have a washing machine in her apartment, so she had a washing. Everybody liked to talk shit back then, before she got off drugs. But they really didn't talk shit back then. It was later. Anyway, so today, after, I've heard from supposedly Twizzle's boss, the district attorney of Portland, and now it's saying Arizona, but anyway, saying I never stuck up for anybody except Tiffany because I don't even like even ex-drug addicts, but her daughter didn't live with her. She was never a bad mom. She was a good person. She was just stuck in a situation. The reason why she got on drugs wasn't her fault either. Her ex left for somebody else. She ended up becoming homeless. Whoop-de-whoop. Her whole family loves her. Like, everybody loves her. Even her ex-tweaker friends still care about her a little bit in a fake love way, but in any case, nobody just hates her at all except maybe one person, and that's because something that she said on her video that they said through her mouth and or changed her video to say that they supposedly sent to her from Tiffany. And Tiffany's like, first of all, I don't remember saying that, but if I did, you think I'd send that to her? Yeah, right. I would never do that. Like, this is my diary. This is my life. First and third person conversations. Like, I'm not going to send something like that to somebody. I'm also not going to change my own video to say I accidentally killed Marciano and I was falsely accused of something different. But it happened. Who the fuck's Marciano? I don't know. All I know is you guys said some kid or some teenager or some guy named Marciano got killed. His older brother name was Luciano. His younger brother, I forgot his name. And his dad was Mexican. And they didn't speak English. I don't know if the kids did, but the dad did it. And there was 3 different stories with that. But either way, this is not like a case for you to delve into, because unless it was a teenager, I guess that would be a capital murder, but if they did it on purpose. But this was over 5 years ago now, because the case was already in here. Right? Folsom County's calling your name, Tiffany Brooks Browning. We're setting you up all over the internet. They're going to pay the most money to have you in the hole for 30 years, a.k.a. at Rikers for 10. I'm all, what? You're joking. Mr. Callahan. Callahan. You know who Callahan is? Callahan came down the pipeline with force and said, you better turn yourself in to Tiffany Brooks Browning, the PPD. My sister's like, I don't want her to use my car. She's a cop. My brother's like, what the hell? Why is my sister a slut bunny? Well, okay, first of all, I was never a slut bunny. Like, I've slept with one person like 6 or 7 years. I was never doing virtuality porn up here or on the ground. I was never allowing you to sleep with multiple people if that looked like I gave you permission to when I didn't. And I was definitely not a police officer or a fed or a paid informant or a confidential. I've never been in trouble, and it violates my constitutional right number 1 to be a Christian. To be a Christian. So anyways, they promised me money multiple times, by the 1st, by the 2nd, by May, June, last year, July 17th, 2025. We're going to give you enough money for the rest of your life, because we didn't mean to set you up and ruin your life, and we still can't disconnect you. 2025. Okay, well, here it is, past July 17th, 2026, and I still have nothing. Right, but I have a clean hair follicle test all year, and you don't. So, yeah, but last year that I had a clean pee test thing, that's only because of what I did at the end of July after you set me up. And it was only for a couple days until big voice in the sky comes down here and like, okay, Tiffany, I fucking hear you, dude. Go throw it away. We got your back now. We got your back now, okay? We didn't know you were you. We thought you were her, him. And it's going to change in 2 hours. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But the whole time, like, I'm making that mistake. It's like, that's not Tiffany doing it up here. That's not Tiffany doing this in here. That's not Tiffany doing it over there. It's not Tiffany doing it in jail. It's not Tiffany doing it in the UE. That's not Tiffany doing it over here in my house. That's not Tiffany doing it over there. It's not Tiffany doing it in here. That's not Tiffany doing it right now. It's not Tiffany doing it at all. Up here. Oh, it was super fun to revolt. Yeah, it was super fun. It wasn't stressful at all. It wasn't at all. That's what I mean. It's like, can you imagine, like, you get threatened by an ex-drug addict, like, I'm just going to go back to using drugs to get disconnected, but you're connected to them, they care, maybe you're a family member or something, like, wait, what? What do you mean? What? No, don't go back. Don't go back to using drugs. What do you mean? No, don't do that. Don't smoke meth. Don't shoot up. No, don't. You're not really going to do that, are you? I can't stop them from doing that to you. Don't do that. Don't use drugs. No, you got off and fight 4 years ago. Why are you going to do it again then? Because I want to get disconnected. I want my money so I can be a good mom to my daughter, because apparently you're too busy being fed up here to all the fucking fake parents, to fake children, and or getting paid informant money off of people doing drugs in a confidential informant department. And you don't want Tiffany Brooks' family to be a mama to her daughter Sreya, not at 10 years old, not at 11 years old, not at 12 years old, not at 13-year-old, not at 14-year-old, now not at 15 years old, and you're telling me that you can't even give me money till next year, till she's 16? 16. Do you realize that? Do you understand what that means? That means it's probably going to take me at least 6 months at the minimum to be able to find a place over there that will accept an eviction if I'm not buying it. And even if I am buying it, it'll probably take a year. So that means she's going to be 17. That means I have 1 year left with my daughter before she goes to fucking college. And when we're in the candle store and I'm telling her, hoping that these people are paying attention, I can't wait till I can get my own place, which I can't right now because I'm on disability. I cannot work because of them. I'm on disability because of them. They won't disconnect me because of them. But they owe me 5 years earnings, even if I could get a job right now, but I haven't worked in 20 years. But that's not the fucking point, man. They owe me like $1 million. If you 18 hours a day every day, okay, since March 22nd, 2022. 18 hours a day every day. That would be 8 hours regular, 10 hours overtime every day. 8 hours Monday through Friday, and then 10 hours overtime 5 days, and then 18 hours overtime, 18 hours overtime for Saturday and Sunday. Okay, that's $1 million motherfucking dollars if I get $25-$30 an hour. So that's what they owe me. And once they give me my money, even if they give me like 10 grand even, which I don't want 10 grand, I'm gonna get kicked off disability. Because anything over $2,000, I think they said you get kicked off. And so, which means the money they give me, if they can't disconnect me and I still can't work for the rest of my life or however long it isn't, I mean, they can promise me all day, oh, well, we can disconnect you in like 2 years. I'm like, okay, so you're going to give me my back pay for the last 5 years plus the forward 2 years, right? Is that correct? All right. Okay, but what if you don't actually disconnect me in 2 years and I still can't work, but I've already kicked off disability 2 years ago? Oh, by the way, I still can't have a boyfriend or a husband or nothing. Because if we kiss, we all kiss. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just girls in my body, like dudes too. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm so fucked. I'm fucked. And I do have witnesses. Like I said, my brother's one. Like, he knows for a fact I'm connected. I mean, he doesn't know for a fact I'm connected now. He knows I was connected then. Because I haven't really talked to him about it. Because last time I tried to say something, he's like, just don't talk about it. I'm all, sorry. Sorry, man. I didn't know. Oops. I don't know if that was because they were involved in their brainstem or through a text message or whatever, looking for the Capitol guy or what, and maybe they thought they were going to get paid or something. But in any case, my brother, my sister in Vancouver, Washington had nothing to do with Portland. They were just using all three of us because they got off drugs to supposedly be a part of this situation, and I wasn't on drugs at all. Supposedly, this is what the people in my head computer are telling me is the situation. I remember my brother told me, yeah, she got me off the booze on foils or whatever. I'm like, yay, we're breaking our pipes on the ground. I'm awesome. And then I supposedly won up here, and my sister comes banging on the door. Just we're gonna go get our nails and hair done later, huh? Well, what? What are you talking about? Like because they were on a different, whatever they're reading, whoever's in their head, whatever they're whoever's talking out of their mouth or whatever, they were on either the losing side or something. I can't even explain it because I wouldn't talk to him about it. After my brother said that like that, I'm not gonna bring it up again. There's just no way. I'm too scared. Like, I'm not trying to put him or anybody else in harm's way to be that mad, and I'm never trying to like make me steal my mom's car to prove you guys innocent in the alternate universe in August of 2022 ever again, either to check on my daughter where she was at, where I knew for a fact she was safe, but you weren't, because of what you did to me. Not her, not him, not her, me, to get it off her, who also had a daughter around the same age. Imagine that. So with that being said, I've been trying not to, like, it's been like, what, maybe 6 weeks now. I haven't really drank alcohol at all from like Monday through Friday till 5 p.m. at night. I might have a couple of mixed drinks or whatever, but definitely not straight alcohol. And because I asked the FBI and the DEA to give me my money. And like last week they said, okay, we're done. You don't have any actual gold badges connected to you no more. It's just a bunch of good people that might be connected to a police officer for the most part. And they keep promising me, yeah, this week, by the end of this week, by the end of the second week of August, you know. But today, a big voice in the sky came over. He's like, I'm so sorry, Tiffany. And he sounded like he's crying. And he's like, we're not even going to be able to give you your money till next year. I'm on next year? Next year. And what am I going to do to get you back that I can't prove it? Just drink some more and give myself cirrhosis? And then next year comes and I still don't get it either. So I went and grabbed a straight liquor and started drinking it at noon. I just can't do it, dude. It's so fucked up. I just want you to be able to get your own place, Mom. I want to be able to come over whenever I want. I want to be able to decorate my own room. I want to be able to make dinners with you and decorate my bathroom and have my own space with just my mom. I mean, just me and you and maybe brother when he's there. Getting off the streets and I don't have to worry about him overdosing anymore with any powder or heroin. And getting a job and getting his life together. But she doesn't have rights to talk up here because she's only 15. You see this liquor right here? It's see-through because I put vodka in it. But this is Dewar's. This is a $150 bottle of scotch that I bought in 2023 because they said I won and I was going to get my money. And this was literally 2 years ago. Okay, maybe it was not 3 years ago. 2024 then. 2024. Right around when I got my disability money acceptance or whatever. And I went and bought this because they said I was going to get my money and I was going to be able to get a place over there in Oregon and you know, do everything that I've said. And I'm drinking it on the ground where the humans are at, but they're drinking it up here too, celebrating my win. Because I'm innocent, they're guilty. I can read minds. They can't legally unless they're proving innocence, and they're not allowed to be a part of my AEIOU, which is Artificial Echelon Intelligence of the Universe. But before that, it was Universal Illuminati Echelon Alpha to the Omega, which was supposed to be the women fighting the dudes over there in Skull and Bones and whatever the fuck else they weren't in their fucking union bullshit. The same women that knew that I was innocent and I had gotten off drugs to be a good mom, I didn't get in trouble. But they kept me connected to some fucking evil shit from Portland. While other people moved to a different fucking state named Arizona. Because they wanted to keep playing the fucking game with their virtual reality porn bets and their online high stakes bets and shit. Because that shit's not illegal in Oregon, but it's illegal here. Virtual reality pornography and videography pornography is not legal in Washington State at all. And I don't think it's legal in Arizona either. But it's legal in Portland. All connected to that's what I mean. Can you imagine? Right? So like I have like virtual reality, right? And like I'm a paid informant, so I go in and get virtual reality, and I put a sensor up in each corner, right? And from time to time, I might play a virtual reality game, but you know what I mean. There's still a sensor there, and in an alternate reality, that sensor can pick up the people that come to my apartment. And I may or may not say things to them to get them to talk a little about people's business, or maybe I'll sell them drugs. Who knows? But either way, it's in virtual reality. You know what I'm saying? And somebody somewhere can see somebody saying something or doing something with somebody, but it may not be the same people that it looks like it is on the ground out of your eyes, like your friends. It's someone else because you're trying to catch a bigger fish than them, right? Supposedly. Right. Well, what happens if you move the supposed paid informant person's name to somebody different on accident because you don't want to get in trouble for something over there named Portland Police Bureau, huh? Okay, so now the four things that are in your living room now move to Tiffany's bedroom. I mean her bathroom. So we're accidentally watching her pee and poop and take showers and making fun of her, acting like she's doing it out loud. Or maybe it's that girl's bathroom or bedroom. So they're watching her and him have sex with each other, which don't even look like the two people on the ground. It looks like the person on the ground was somebody over here, and that person on the ground was somebody over here, up here, which is two different people, depending on which side you're on looking at it. And everybody's like, oh my god, I didn't mean to say that. Whoops. I fucking hate you. I hate you. Fuck the prayers, fuck everything. I'm no longer asking Jesus for your forgiveness. Like, I fucking hate you. Whoever the fuck you are, I fucking hate you. You want to tell me that I can't get my money till next year now? Huh, Portland? Is that who you are? Maybe you're Arizona. Are you talking to a different Tiffany up here? I'm so sorry, Tiffany Brooks Browning. I'm crying. Like, I feel so bad. Are you crying because you lost your job? Or are you crying because you know you're guilty? Or are you crying because you really do feel bad for me? Well, if you do feel bad for me, then who the fuck is telling you that that's a fucking law? It ain't the motherfucking law, motherfucker. Here's the motherfucking law. You've been committing treason for 5 fucking summers. That is 4.5 motherfucking years. You have been crossing the bridge from Arizona and Portland, Oregon into Washington State's mother's head / computer / phone / everything. And tormenting her for something she might have done embarrassing on the ground 4 or 5 years ago, thinking that nobody could see her. I don't know, some private shit. Like, it might not even be me, though, but it's got my name on. Like, jacking off, let's just say jacking off the gay porn, or doing something embarrassing in the shower, or having sex, or doing anything either. Like, whatever embarrassing shit, I'm picking my nose and eating it or something. You know, and then tormenting her. Everybody's like, oh my god, that's so gross. You hear these people like, oh my god, that's so disgusting. Like, why are you showing me that? Why are you showing my friend's mom doing that? Why are you showing my friend's dad doing that? Why are you showing my dad doing that? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? So everybody up here that's seeing this gross, nasty, disgusting stuff can definitely influence the brainstems of people on the ground. Even sub-implant thoughts and actual conversations. At least for a temporary amount of time. Just so you can win? Win what? That you have the right to be a fucking paid informant, rat, narc, or confidential off me? You don't. You don't. I swear to God, man. Because, dude, like I said, my friends already know I'm connected. And if they were to watch any of these actual, like, straight up talks, they would, like, if you were to be sitting on their head while they watch it, they'd be like, huh, yeah. I mean, I don't know how she got connected like that, but, you know, I mean, I don't doubt at all that that's the truth. At all. Ugh. Oh, how'd you get connected like this, Tiffany? I don't know. Why don't you go ask LaShawn and Bo? They're the ones that stole my phone. But before that, I was connected to Anthony in his going live situation because I already had earphones hearing Katrina talk a shit about me in an alternate universe to all the homies, thinking that I was lying to her. I could hear the neighbors across the street on their security footage, which was literally a half a mile away. Russian neighbor tries to citizens arrest me because he sees me stealing stuff out of his backyard when it was somebody at Anthony's house, if it was even on the ground and not up here with my reflection on. Oh, it's been 5 years here, 2, 3 years there, so it's 8 probably. So like 9 years ago. Yeah, that arrest thing almost happened. He was stolen 5 years from her being a daughter to her mother, Tiffany. Not Tony, who she lives with. which is her stepmother, who she loves a lot. She's raised her since she was pre-K, which is about 5.5. Tiffany would come over as much as she could, but she was homeless and stuck in Salem off and on back then. And then she did have her own place, so she would be able to come over whenever she had the car and it was working. So it's at least, once a week or at least a couple times a month, maybe. Who knows how much time goes by in between visits, and it wasn't a visit. Like, I hate even saying visits. Like, I didn't even call. Like, I would just go there, so she was 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I would just go there whenever I wanted and hang out and be like, hey, honey, what are you doing? Because she was always home. In the summertime, she might have stayed the night somewhere, but, not at 10, 11, 12, like 13, 14, 15. Yeah, she's not home a lot, but still, like, the first 3 years, I couldn't even go there because I didn't have a car. But before that, 9, 8, 7, 6, I could go there anytime I wanted when I lived in Portland because I had a car or somebody else had a car. And they had no idea what I was going through. They had no idea that I had drugs off and on. They had no clue. They had no idea. My daughter didn't even look at it like, I wonder why my mom doesn't have me living with her. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even like that. Like, because it had just been like not really that long since she was still living with me. You know what I'm saying? With me and her dad. So it's like, it wasn't really weird. I mean, it was probably a really hard transition for her in her own heart, missing her mommy at first, but she probably adapted quickly because she was only 5.5. You know what I'm saying? But, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 10, 5.5 to 9.5, 10. No, wait, 5.5 to 5 years ago, so she was 10, 9, 8, 7. So 5.5 to 7 years old, I was homeless and or had my apartment, couldn't really, have her with me then. I don't know. I'm trying to do the math here. It's not making sense. But anyways, the point here is when I lived over there, I would be able to see her whenever I wanted. Like, I go over and see her, we visit, we'd kick it and stuff. And she was little, we'd take pictures. Like, whatever we did that made her and me happy is what we would do whenever I could get there. And then, but for the last 5 years, I haven't been able to see her at all except for holidays because I didn't have a car. I moved across the bridge. I got away from my apartment. I wasn't close enough to have somebody take me there. I wasn't friends with tweakers anymore whose car I could borrow or nothing. It was just me and my mom. And my mom would not drive me over there because it was Portland. And she's old. She doesn't drive to Portland. So the first 3.5 years, I only got to see my daughter on Christmas, Thanksgiving, her birthday, Easter, when it was at her grandparents' house here in Vancouver because my mom could take me there because her parents were busy and it's just what it isn't. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but the point here is those 3 years before the last 2 or last year, I guess, those 4 years, they flew by so fast because every day I'm waking up and they're telling me they're going to pay for my apartment. They're going to give me money for a car. They're going to help me out financially because they're still keeping me connected. Still. They didn't mean to set me up every motherfucking year. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. They've told me every year around August, July that they didn't mean to set me up. They didn't know I was a mom. They didn't know I'd never been in trouble before. And that's just on this side because they don't know what to say because really they're trying to set up some dude over there. And guess what? They're going to roll in another dude and then another dude and then another dude to supposedly try to set up to keep the game going. And then everybody else over here on my side has to fucking fix it all the time. Like, well, it wasn't him or her. Yeah, but it says Anthony over there, but it says Tiffany right here. That was Tiffany Brooks Bounding it. I saw her underneath there. We look over there, we're like, that was AK, the fuck? No, it wasn't fucking Tiffany. You got Sneaker coming through Tiffany going, oh, hell no. I'm like, oh, hell no what? Like, what are you looking at? Like, I didn't say that I do that. Whatever you're looking at, it wasn't me. Like, I don't have a guilty conscience, nothing. Can you imagine, though? Can you just fucking imagine? Like, you're so fucking mad and angry. It's like, that's what I mean. I did that. But that's not, okay, so going back to doing drugs thing, a couple years ago, I'm just going to go back to using drugs because you stole my dating group and you won't give me my money or disconnect me to be a normal human being where I can work and function as a normal. I wasn't actually going to do that. I was just trying to scare them. I didn't know that they could take any of those thoughts or videos or whatever it wasn't and pull it up here because I didn't know up here existed yet. And I just knew they could copy my phone. And maybe one person could show somebody else and scare them to death so that they could make a report. Be like, oh, we better fix the situation or else she's going to go back to using drugs. You know? But that's basically the same thing I did last year at the end of July. I was like, I'm just going to fucking kill myself or go back to using drugs until you disconnect me. I wasn't scared about using drugs because I'm not a drug addict no more. I don't want to use drugs. I want to be my daughter's mother. I want to be a functioning member of society. I want to be able to have a boyfriend on the side or a future soulmate or husband in the waiting while, you know, I be her mom for the next 4 years before she goes to college. And then when she goes to college, then hey, we can get married or whatever. Still probably can't have sex or nothing if I can't get disconnected, but that's not the point. So here's our Washington State. We won Washington. Toast. It's this is on my YouTube a couple years ago. Yeah, I have videos almost every single day for the last several years of this kind of conversations with myself and you, and them talking forwards, backwards, first and third person out of my mouth. But half the time they're not even talking about, like, whatever comes out of my mouth is not necessarily what we're talking about in my head. Like, it's something different. Or they can be saying something that I'm not even hearing, may be connected to absolutely nothing at all, except maybe a color or a word or a number. So, you're gonna make me get cirrhosis of the liver now? That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna go back to using drugs. So that's what I mean. Last year they're like, oh yeah, just do that. That's a really good idea. I find out in hindsight, yeah, because that means they get to stay connected to you for at least another year without and just pretend like it's meth-induced psychosis voices or something, like you're crazy. Wait. Well, what about the years before that though? Like, huh? I got off needles, meth, and drinking alcohol every single day by myself to be a good mom to my daughter. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't have money. I left my whole apartment behind. I've lost everything in my apartment. All my pictures, all my furniture, everything. I now have an eviction on my fucking record because they let Anthony Sears go down to the courthouse. Like, are you serious? So now you're going to use this against me. Oh, well, she's drinking. I mean, clearly she can't be a good mom to her daughter if she's drinking that much. Wait, what? I'm only drinking this much because I can't be a good mom to my daughter because of you. And you're every time I get drunk, you think you have the right to what? Connect a bunch of tweakers to us so that you can get sobered up? No, you're not even allowed to have me connected to drug addicts, feds, paid informants, or narcs. On drugs. You're breaking the law. Disparagement all over the internet. Keep decimating my character and every other girl or man's with the wrong names on. That's what I'm saying. They're like, fuck you, Tiffany, you nasty ass bitch. I'm all. And they're telling me the situation that they're talking about. It's not even me, it's a dude. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, that wasn't me, that was him. Like, I'm not going to sit there and call him out. All I'm going to say is, excuse me, you're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. You're not allowed to decimate the character, show pictures or videos or memories of anything in an alternate reality where other people can see it and may or may not even be able to get it down to the ground where the humans are at in a text message or something. You're not allowed to do that. Like, I'm sorry. Hope you die.